Hi everybody, welcome back. Dorothy here, Professional Astrologer. Today I'm going to talk to you about the week that begins with January 28th all the way to February 3rd. All right, so this week the lunar phase is that third quarter, and then we move into the balsamic lunar phase at the end of the week. Overall, the feeling of this week is about gathering that information and figuring out what it is that works for you and what doesn't work for you. It's a period of moving forward without bringing all the extra stuff along with you. This happens always at this third quarter lunar phase. So look at this. Monday through Thursday through Friday, while we're in this third quarter stage for the most part, we are eliminating things that don't need to be part of our life as we move forward. It should be a simple process. Now we also, at the very end of the week, on the weekend, the moon is in the balsamic phase, and I'll tell you more about that when we get to it, but that really is about surrendering into what is as we prepare for the new moon. I'll tell you more about that in just a minute. So don't go anywhere. I'll be right back with more details. All right, thanks for coming back, guys. Don't forget my website, nhastrologer.com. Come there for personal, private things if you would like to have more information. On Monday, the moon is in the sign of Scorpio for the most part. And when we have the moon in Scorpio, this is deep emotions that are really coming from the depths of who you are. If you are a person that is a water sign or your moon is in a water sign, if you don't know what that means, don't worry about it. But if you do, you know you're going to feel emotion a lot deeper than others at this point in time. So if emotion is coming up, allow it to come up, address it, and move on. You do not have to sit there and work something to death. If you just look at it, move through that emotion, and do what you can to allow yourself to feel much better. That really is everything that Monday has to hold for us. All right, now let's get on to Tuesday the 29th. The moon will enter the sign of Sagittarius first thing in the morning, right around 9:30 East Coast time. It will remain in Sagittarius until Thursday evening, January 31st. What do we do with the moon in Sag? We play. We take a hold of any opportunity we have to explore life, to live life, to feel free, to speak our truth, to learn. All of these are the way that we would all want to use the moon in the sign of Sagittarius. All right, and it starts on Tuesday. On Tuesday, we also have the Sun and Mercury conjunct in Aquarius. Now, this happens once a year, and in this zodiac sign, it represents an opportunity for us to get into more alignment with how we want to communicate those brilliant ideas and thoughts that are coming to the surface right now. Because like I mentioned in the beginning, we're in that lunar phase, that third quarter, where we're looking at separating the things that work and don't work and removing those things that don't work. And when we have the Sun and Mercury in this intelligent Aquarius sign, it does represent us coming up with new brilliant ideas and thoughts, right? And the way we have to do that is we got to create space for it. So make sure you work all those pieces that I already mentioned this week. This is a great week for this. Again, getting rid of the things that aren't working now, moving towards the things that mean a lot to you and have more momentum. All right, so moving on to Wednesday, and there's not a lot going on for Wednesday. I mean, the moon's in Sag throughout the day, so we're still playing and enjoying life and experiencing things. The aspects that it makes, a square to Neptune, trust your intuition, a conjunction to Jupiter, this is going to expand things even more. It's like we're going to have a whole lot of fun on Wednesday. I'm on vacation this week, so I'm kind of liking it. I think that's why I picked this week, even though Mars in Aries is conjunct my Mars in Aries right now. I thought it would be a good week to play and have fun. So I'm on vacation. If you're working, still make sure you have fun and enjoy as much as you can for Wednesday, because that's kind of like it for that whole day. There is nothing that's out of the norm for us. All right. Good. Moving on to Thursday, still Moon in Sag, but the main thing we have today that I want to focus on is Saturn makes a sextile to Neptune. This is going to happen 3 times in 2019. This is us really grounding our dreams and goals and helping to really stabilize those things. Neptune in Pisces can be a little, not aloof, can be a little out there where we actually can't see the strong edges of something. We have a dream, we have a thought. We know how dreams are. Sometimes it's hard to make them into reality. And so with Saturn coming in and making a very easy aspect, Saturn in Capricorn, his own sign, connecting with Neptune in Pisces, his own sign. This is a phenomenal opportunity to pull those dreams into reality. All right. Again, still in that end lunar phase right now. So we are looking at what can work and what can't work and really thinning the herd somewhat. All right. So opportunity as far as ideas, thinning them down so you're able to figure out what is best for you as we continue through this lunar phase. It will be new. We will have a new moon on February 4th. But until then, again, it's about eliminating and distilling information. And this sextile between Saturn and Neptune is perfect for that. All right, take advantage of it. All right, moving on to Friday, February 1st. This is the first difficult aspect that we have this week. We may have been feeling it all week long, but there have been just so many fun, fiery things going on that you might not have recognized it. And what this aspect is Mars in Aries, which is all about taking action. It's just go for it action. We don't think about it. We see something that needs to be done and we go do it. Now, Mars is making a square to Pluto in Capricorn. Pluto in Capricorn is about those deep, slow transformations that happen. When these two planets square off, and they do it about once every year, somewhere around a year, he'll make a square, but Mars isn't always in Aries. When Mars does this from Aries to Pluto in Capricorn, this is us really taking steps forward. It's pushing us, and in a sense, doesn't really make anything happen, but the energies around us are really requiring and asking us to make a personal change and a personal shift. If you don't feel this energy today, that's fine. Don't make anything happen. But if you've been sitting on the, standing on the edge, if you will, of making a decision, energy that comes around astrologically like this, sometimes an outside force comes in and makes us and pushes us to make a decision. It's for our own good. And if you're going through a deep personal transformation, then this Mars in Aries can really help motivate you to take that next step forward in whatever it is you're learning, whatever it is you're transforming in your life. So the details of this, that's the general energy of it. The details will depend on if you know where this is in your own personal chart, okay? So get out your chart and look at where your Aries is. So it's right around, what's the degrees? Somewhere around 20 degrees of Aries and 20 degrees Capricorn. And see where that is. I'll put the exact degrees right up here because I just don't have it in my head as I'm talking. So look where that is and they'll give you additional information for you practicing astrologers, okay? So with the moon still in the sign of Capricorn right now, this is okay because that's a very stabilizing factor as well. And again, we're in that balsamic lunar phase, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And while we're in that, it's total about surrendering into what is and what needs to happen because it's important. It's very important sometimes to let go and surrender. And this can really help us to get into that. All right? Good. Let's move on to Saturday, February 2nd. And I'm sitting here looking at my notes and it's like, okay, today's midwinter, so it's in bulk. Thank you. In the Northern Hemisphere, we're at halfway point. It's at the tipping point now, so now we're on the other side of winter. It's usually when we get the worst weather of all. But I'm happy it's midpoint. Now, the main aspect for today is Venus trining Uranus. Venus from Sagittarius, Uranus is still in Aries. So that final fiery degrees, these two guys are trining off. And I look at my notes and I'm like, this is a lot of fun. So Venus and Sag is still wanting to explore life and have a lot of fun and really get just pull every ounce of fun that she can while she's still in Sagittarius, because soon she goes into a little more serious sign of Capricorn. So Saturday night, even into Sunday, this aspect will be over by then. But still, if you're out partying and playing and having fun, this Saturday night aspect is phenomenal for squeezing out every ounce of fun that you can possibly get out on Saturday night. I'll be at the airport, keeping my head down. No, it'll be fine. All right, so have fun, have a lot of fun on Saturday and Saturday night. It'll be really good for you. All right, moving on to Sunday. The big news of the day, of course, is that, first off, the moon enters analytical Aquarius, out of Capricorn into Aquarius. So this gets the mind moving. We are at that balsamic phase because the new moon is Monday the 4th. That's next week's forecast. And so we're in the final 24 hours. Sunday is a day to relax, stay home, rest, see what, just distill. It's like cooking soup and just letting it simmer slow in that crock pot or whatever. That is what the final day of the lunar cycle is all about. So the moon in Aquarius is about just, thinking things through, and that lunar phase is all about distilling that information. Okay. It's a really good day just to kind of be home and just do whatever you're comfortable doing. We also have, let me look at my last bit of Capricorn. Venus enters Capricorn. Here's the time, 5:29 p.m. East Coast time. Venus enters Capricorn Sunday night, or wherever you are, afternoon or middle of the night. Venus in Capricorn, she's taking all that fun that she was having over the last 3 weeks, and now she wants to get a little more serious with it. So it's like dating somebody for a while, right? And then you're like, maybe we could take this to the next level. That's Venus in Capricorn. That's a piece of what it is. Or all of that Venus and Sag is spending money and being frivolous. And now that she's in Capricorn, she's like, oh, look at that. Now I have to pay my bills. It's just the responsible things to do when Venus is in Capricorn, about being responsible around love and money and what we value. And so I'll talk a lot about that as we move through the 3 weeks that she's in that sign. But right now we're finished for this week. And don't forget, come to my website, nhastrologer.com. I am a teacher and I do private work all the time. So I hope to see you soon. Blessings. Namaste.